are right. We welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Go.
First carry for James Conner. And that's not the start that he was looking for as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
15-1. X3. 218. Chop.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And the catch made by Johnson. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 39 yards there, a big one.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
They'll try to run it. This is Conner. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Got it. 55. And we heavy on the edges. Have 6-6. Pull it high. Let's go.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there on a Bengal 1st.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Looking to throw. Stanley. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross His third touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. And you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready! 60 Pittsburgh. Go! Watch the whip.
They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
90 Wolf, 61 Matchbox Lights. 5.
From the gun on 3rd down. Stanley. He's got his man, Boyd. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Stanley. Got a man open. It's Ross. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go. Hey, lock it.
From the gun, Stanley. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Vigil coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Watch 89. Watch 89.
Oh, you got deep?
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. He's checking. Crash. Say. Switch it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Geno Atkins able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Ross on the return. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play a little more verve and confident.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Ready.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Come on, baby.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Watch twist, watch twist.
Go.
Twist, twist. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Fire.
Operating from the gun. Stanley. It's caught. Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Stanley. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Big Ed, big Ed, big Ed. Slam, slam, slam.
Hey, orbit.
Switch.
Leo.
10, under 10, 10.
Now. Go.
Looking to throw. Stanley. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Hey, Charlie.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from game. And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. And getting our first update now from Nashville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
55. Watch the curl. Watch the curls. Kill.
Hard.
Slam.
Now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Connor, and obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. And they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to make it 4th down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
218, chop.
Operating from the gun, Stanley. He gets this one to Boyd. A gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Pass the try. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. 23 yards the pickup there.
60 Pittsburgh.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From the gun, Stanley. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now 21-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Steelers
Here we go.
first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now back to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Stanley. This one hauled in by Sample. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43. This quarterback now right at the 300-yard mark with still a quarter plus to go. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood! Be driven!
From the gun, Stanley going deep downfield for Ross. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 43 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Go! Let's go!
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. They'll set up a throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Ben leaves to counter on the draw. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Luke 30. Jack 16. Quarter. Recon. Luke
A first throw now for the backup Roethlisberger. Finds his running back, James Conner. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 37. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4.
15, line. 15 line. Score. Top. Ready.
They'll run on first down. Conner, and he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Ready. 18 Gator. Go. Hit it.
Again, it's Conner. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rally quickly on the defensive end. They're going to look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
You got 3 down. Shift.
Hey, lock it. Shoot.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. They'll drop the throw. To Conner on the check down. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Go.
Let's go, Mike 50. You're trapped. Check it out.
Hey, wahoo.
They'll run for it with Conner, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Bengals will get the football back.
Hey, exit.
Check. Mike.
Throwing on 1st down. Stanley. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Orbit. Go.
2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. The end result, 21 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy that has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Johnson's got it complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll try and run for him with Connor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Connor. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They'll try to surge ahead with Connor. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. James Washington, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will get them 1 closer.
27, Steelers 14.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Get it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the 1st of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Preston Williams. His first touchdown on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here's Jordan Berry now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
Come on, set. 10-2 saw. Blue draw quarters. Go.
On first and 10, Stanley to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzama, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Throwing again, Stanley. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Cincinnati, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home